encourage all Australian families to do the same. They're your kids. I am absolutely disgusted as an Australian citizen born here to see the desecration of our national anthem, forcing young kids to touch the ground while reciting racist slogans like "always was, always will be Aboriginal land."
Yes! Get it all to the ground!
Racist rap songs played to young kids calling for the murder of people because they're white.
Albo, this is your fault!
Yes.
Bureaucrats forcing racist views on infants and toddlers under the guise of reconciliation. Bewildered parents confronted with indoctrination they never gave permission for and do not support.
It doesn't matter!
Welcome to the Australian public primary schools in 2024. Welcome to country. When my grandson told me he was being forced to touch the ground while reciting the divisive acknowledgement of country, I told him,
"Dirty hands spread disease."
"You don't have to do it. This is your land as well." And now he doesn't. I encourage all Australian families to do the same. They're your kids, not child soldiers press-ganged as cannon fodder in racist culture wars. These racist activists, teachers and lecturers know what they're doing, getting inside kids' heads as early as possible to program them.
Can't you see I'm trying to brainwash over here?
It has to stop, but with public education now thoroughly infiltrated by racist activists, it's up to the Australian families to take a stand for their children. Schools are for education, not indoctrination. Any teacher that tries to indoctrinate children should be sacked and never allowed to teach in Australia again.
Oh, no! I thought this was supposed to be a sure thing!
Australian education outcomes have been declining for decades, and now we know why. At the referendum last year, more than 60% of Australians rejected the racial division of the voice.
A referendum's only $75 million anyway.
A great example of us providing cost of living relief in order to continue to put that downward pressure on inflation.
The activists are now coming for our kids, so they can try again with the new generation they've brainwashed. We must not allow future generations to be indoctrinated with racist divisions. Every Australian citizen, born here or overseas, has as much right to this land as anyone else.
We can shut down any dissent for our plan by simply labelling anyone against us as racist and ignorant. Oh, you're a genius, Adam! No one can stop us now!
I won't acknowledge welcome to country. As I've said, let's acknowledge those people, men and women, who have lost their lives and sacrifices that they have made for our freedom and for our country. Not the Indigenous, because as far as I'm concerned, I have as much right to this land as any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander, but they don't want to acknowledge that. It's a shame.
Shame, shame, shame.
It is a shame what is happening to our country.
Enough is enough.
There is nothing to be served by some of the escalation of rhetoric that we see in some of our political debates.
So if you hear your parents say that they're voting no, just call them Chicken Little.
Hypocrite.
Schools are for education, not indoctrination. Any teacher that tries to indoctrinate children should be sacked and never allowed to teach in Australia again.